Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Brewmaster's Beer and Ale Reviews. Tonight I'm bringing you episode 2 of my small history of German brewing and a review of Weihenstephaner Korbinian. This is a Doppelbock. It is brewed under the purity law of 1516, which is the Reinheitsgebot. I explained that in the first episode, somewhat. It is 7.4% alcohol by volume. It is a 1 pint, 0.9 fluid ounce bottle, so 16.9. It says to store dark and keep cool, 46 to 52 degrees. Let's see if I can read any of this. It is Weihenstephaner, the world's oldest brewery. Started in 1040. It is, I don't think there's a date on these. I didn't find one on the last one I had. Brewed and bottled by Bay Staatsbrauerei Weihenstephaner Freising, Germany. It's pretty cool bottle art. I've never tried this particular one from these guys, but I do hear it's very good. Like I said in the first video, I'm not going to make all of them really long and filled with history. I wanted to put a bunch of it into the first, and then I'm just going to give you guys a small interesting fact about German brewing for each of the others. For this one, I have, between the 6th and 9th centuries, the tribal societies of Central Europe became both Christianized and organized into countries united by language and customs. This set the stage for a power struggle between the secular feudal lords and the Christian bishops and monks for control over all facets of life, including beer making. By the 11th century, monastic breweries, run mostly by the Benedictine monks and nuns, enjoyed an almost exclusive right to brew and sell beer. So almost no one else was at this time selling beer in Germany. By the 12th century, the feudals, possessed by greed and envy and always strapped for revenues, began to take back most of the brew privileges they had granted so generously to the religious orders during the previous centuries. Many a lord started his own Hofbrauhaus, court brew house. I think this was a way, again, I kind of touched on this in the first video, a way for the lords to start to fill the coffers again. I think they missed the money from having most of the rights of brewing before the monks had it, before they gave it to the monks. Like I said, just a small bit of history, something interesting to think about. As I looked over all this German history of brewing, I became very interested, and I'm going to really study into it because I want to know a lot more than I do now. I'm sorry if any of these are lacking in something you might have wanted to hear, but like I said, I can't go completely into the entire history. It'd be a documentary. And as it goes, these are just these are beer reviews, ale reviews, and I'm trying to make it a little more interesting with this series. Very pretty cap. Let's go ahead and get a pour on this one and see what it looks like. And as you can see, I have the half-liter Weihenstephaner glass. Very pretty glass also. Very nice color. Now these glasses were pretty much made for this size bottle, so it should fit very well. I don't want to get too crazy with it and make it overflow. See, just perfect. No sediment in there. I didn't expect any. But now, that is a very, very sort of very dark ruby or garnet hue. Very clear. There's nothing floating around in there. Lots of small little bubbles trailing up. Nice 2-finger beige head. Very creamy and thick. Let's get a nose and see what this one smells like. It looks very pretty. Oh wow. A lot of dark bread. Roasty malt. Hints of some brown sugar, caramel. There's even a little chocolate in there. Very rich, like a molasses. Smells a little sweet. Let's get a taste. Heavier mouthfeel. Right off, I'll say heavier mouthfeel than I expected. Fairly heavy. Very rich, creamy. Right off the bat, I get the dark malts. I get the brown sugar, the caramel from the smell. Then medium way through or middle way through, it kind of cleans out really nicely, but it does leave a lingering sort of that molasses coating in your mouth. Goes down really nicely. This is like a, I don't know, this is almost dessert. It's so good, so tasty. Not sweet wise, I mean it is slightly sweet, but this is like, this is what my brain, the signals my brain gives, like this is dessert. That is how delicious it is. As you can see, some really, really awesome lacing. Head fading pretty quickly. Still got about a half a finger there. It is a very, very, very tasty beer. And I didn't think I was going to be able to say this. I honestly thought that in the first review, the Celebrator was probably going to end up being the favorite of mine of all the German beers I have in store for you guys. But I honestly think that I like the Korbinian just slightly more. It is a very, very tasty, very rich, very well-crafted Doppelbock. I'm gaining a huge respect for some German beer. Nice thick mouthfeel, that chocolate. Nice bittersweet chocolate though. The sweet part is from a molasses caramel sort of a sweet. Very rich. I mean, as rich as anything really. I mean, this thing is superbly made. If you guys get a chance to try Weihenstephaner, I would definitely go ahead and do that. This thing is very, very good. It has exceeded my expectations. Very, very surprised at this one. I thought it would be, you know, very decent, but it is exceptional. I would have to rate this one probably a 92 in how much I like it, and for the 6 or 7 probably Doppelbocks that I've ever tried, I mean, I'd have to say they hit it on this one. This is a 100 for the style. I'm not trying to be rate beer or any of those guys, but it just really is. I mean, this is exactly what I want when I hear Doppelbock. Like everything else that I've tried before was delicious. Like I said before, like the Celebrator by Eyinger was so delicious. It's very, very good, but this is just even a small improvement even on it. I'm kind of left without the correct words. This is so good. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. I don't want it to be too long. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I have more episodes in the history of German brewing and some reviews of German beers coming up for you. As always, I have been Brewmaster, and cheers.